You can tell the torque right away, man. By one gear, you're already car length and fucking pulling, man. And I'm same start and everything, you know what I mean? Very nice. Sounds fucking sick, dude.
Alright guys, really bad news. Unfortunately, didn't think I'd be making this video for a long time, but we blew the R18 engine today, this morning. Yeah, it's true guys, I was on my way to work today. Once I got off the highway, I was beating on it a little bit, nothing too crazy, and I did one pull where it was from first to second shift. Got a really loud backfire, louder than average. Coasted down to the stop sign and it's knocking. I mean, you guys can see, I'm gonna upload the footage that I have of the car knocking when I first pulled it into work. You guys will see that. It's knocking, boys. I blew my motor.
This is it. Fully key on action.
We did it.
Yeah, you did it.
We did it. Definitely somewhere. The two. I did a 1 to 2 big ass backfire, and then I fucking heard the knock when I pulled up to the stop right here on Delaware. You're good. You're good. That's good. And we got the car towed, which was the most appropriate thing to do. We towed the car because if it is a spun bearing or something of that sort, you do not want to drive it. So we didn't really get too much time in with it knocking, which is really good. We had it towed. We had it towed on a flatbed home, and we got it here parked. Now, couple problems, guys. This is my daily driver. I work 7 days a week. every single day. So we're gonna have to figure this out. Tomorrow I am able to use my folks car to go to work, but starting Monday I'm screwed. So I gotta figure it out, and we're trying to figure it out with the family if I'm gonna get one of their cars and they can go buy a newer car, or if I'm just gonna buy a beater and have the whole season to fix the motor here and see what's going on, diagnose it, and hopefully get it back on the road. Again, turbo kit install is very easy on my part. You know, I did my research. It's all bolt-ons, but tearing a motor apart like this and diagnosing, knocking, and bearings and clearances and all that, it's a whole different ballpark that I'm not familiar with that much. And again, I need a second car to even experiment with that, so we're trying to figure it out. Anyway, I got the car over here, so I gotta start doing some tests on it. So first thing we're gonna do right now, we're gonna take out the spark plugs, check the compression ratio. Remember, I just got my own compression tester, so first we'll run the compression numbers here, see how they look. Then we can go and do a leak down test on all the cylinders again. We did that a couple weeks ago to find out what my other problem was, but now this is a bigger problem, and we'll see how those numbers look like, and we'll get back to you guys with the results. This is where you guys come into play, all your automotive knowledge and experience, and if you guys have any of that in that nature, don't be shy to write down your comments down below what you think could be the issue, what it sounds like, and hopefully we can rebuild this. There's two things I already thought about. Obviously, one is getting a new long block, swapping it in. At that point, I'm not sure if I want to keep a turbo kit on it, considering the longevity of this motor was just about maybe 6,000-7,000 miles. So that's not something we want to be doing. And again, you guys know this is an automatic transmission. It wasn't my favorite platform, but we made it work. This was a great learning experience. I'm glad I was able to produce this on YouTube so you guys can see it, learn from it, and experience a naturally aspirated car being turbocharged. So I'm glad I had the experience to show you guys all that. But yeah, let's take out the fuse for the fuel pump, take out the spark plugs, check the compression ratio. We're losing daytime. As you guys can see, it's still freezing outside. So, not the best conditions, but hey, it is what it is. Alright, let's start checking if we see anything on the spark plugs. Spark plug 1. I mean, it looks okay for the most part. No damage on the spark plug. A little lighter, like it has a hue here, like a brownish hue. I'm not sure if I remember seeing that last time. Spark plug 2, and the noise seems like it's coming from 1 or 2. Spark plug 2, just about the same. Just about the same. 3, ooh. 3 looks the same. There's some oil here though. I'm not sure if this is from, no, this is the anti-seize I put on actually last time. Yeah, that's just the anti-seize left over. Spark plug looks okay. Cylinder 4, same concept. Looks just about the same. Okay, so no spark plugs damaged. What I'm gonna do probably at this point is I'll throw in my Borescope really quickly, look into the cylinders, see if we see anything obvious before the compression test. I'm looking at cylinder 2 number here, and it's got this weird brownish discoloration. I don't know if you guys can see that, like right over there on the left side, this discoloration, and right where it says in, it looks like almost there's oil in there. It's so vivid, but that looks like a big explosion that happened. It doesn't really look that much uniform right there. It doesn't look uniform compared to the other cylinders, and I don't remember seeing it like that. That's cylinder number 2 right there. I don't know, I mean, nothing's obviously damaged. I'm not seeing any piston chipping. I'm trying to see if any valves maybe touch the cylinder piston, but that's the only thing I'm noticing right there so far is that explosion. And again, with this spark plug hole being not directly on top of the engine, you can only see so much. But that's cylinder 2, and I'll keep you guys updated. Cylinder number 3 actually kind of looks similar. It has some burnt marks right there that look like an explosion of what not, some kind of burnt. I don't recall these 2 and 3 looking like this back in the day, so that looks a little different for sure. 125 on this gauge, man. I swear that last gauge we used, we had 240, 210. Unless this is not sealing properly here, because this doesn't look like a good seal here. Alright, I did cylinder 1 twice. Check the connection. I got 125 both times. Now I'm going to check cylinder number 2. I'm very worried. Just comparing it from the old gauge I used, I remember I had 240 compression, so cylinder 1 is definitely low compared to that gauge. As long as these are all consistent on this gauge, that will be a good thing. Go ahead, crank it. Alright, this one is 145-ish. Okay, one more time. $145, same thing. Okay, keep going. Cylinder number 3, go ahead. Okay, this one's about 130, 135. Okay, one more time on 3, go ahead. Okay, that's it. 120, 130-ish. Battery's dying clearly, you can see the cold weather. But it's not that terrible. They're all consistent so far. Cylinder number 4. Go ahead. Let's see if we have battery left. Yeah, just about 150, 145. Similar to, what was that, cylinder number 2. So cylinder 1 is the lowest cylinder. Do it one more time. Okay, that's fine. Battery's dead. But that's still decent results here. I'll probably retest cylinder 1 once the battery charges up a little bit. The oil was good. I just changed the oil about 2 weeks ago. 500 miles on this oil change. When I pulled the car in my workplace, I did check the oil. That's the first thing I did, and there was oil on the dipstick, nice and clean. So we definitely weren't low on oil, by no means. And the fact that all these are consistent right now, I'll have to look back at the other compression tester and see what, if it was measured in PSI or whatnot, but at least they're all consistent, which is a good thing. And I'm not hearing the noise when we're just cranking it over right now. I may want to just pull the valve cover off today, possibly, just to see, lift the head, see if any of the valve springs are broken, or if I can see any evident bent valves, possibly. We'll go from that, because I don't think I can do anything else here today, and it's absolutely freezing. And we'll go from there, boys. All right, guys, I'm frozen right now, but we did manage to. Again, you guys saw the compression numbers. The one was the lowest. We just got rid of the whole wiring assembly. We got the valve cover bolts off. We're gonna remove the valve cover right now. I just kind of want to remove it with it not coming off the gasket, but that's already too late, it looks like. So let's pull it off. Oh, don't be stupid, Greg. Don't be stupid. Take the dipstick out first. Don't want to crack that and leave it in the block. was not expecting to remove my valve cover at this point here, but it is what it is. What am I looking at? I need some lighting, but we got Bullet's Garage here coming in right now. So we'll get his opinion of everything. Oh, we got the master mechanic. Tell me what's wrong with my car.
What had happened here is too much boost for a stock motor. And you're working in this cold ass weather.
I have a choice. So I just did compression tests, right? Again, my new compression tester has, you know, maybe different numbers, but it was like 125, 135, 40.
Can it be just the valves?
I don't know, bro. I mean, valves. Either way, valves. You gotta pop the head off to get to the valves. You know, if it's not the rods. I mean, timing chain. All this is. I mean, this is tight. I almost want to start the car with this off.
You can, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'll get some oil coming out of the oil ports, but I can kind of at least hear exactly. I don't know, man. I'm not seeing anything. Like somebody said, a spring can break. You know, if the spring is broken, you know. But I mean, everything looks solid here.
Well, Bully Kid subscribers, buy a car that's built for turbo, I would say. But on the good side, GSF is sold, guys.
Oh yeah, that's
Next
nice.
project car coming, who knows when.
Yeah. Are you dropping them off, picking them up later, or? All right, what's wrong with the car, boys? Hey, Charlie, come here. What's wrong with the car? All right, I'll be back, guys. I'm gonna take a look at all this, see what I can see. I'll fill you guys in. All right, just want to fill you guys in. I've taken a look through all the valves. All the springs look good. Nothing looks damaged. All the bolts and everything looks good. I'm looking at the camshaft from a certain angle here. It looks good, lubricated. I'm gonna probably post a video here. I took a picture of some of the oil that is sitting in the head over there, and you can see metallic on the head. You can see metallic shavings in the oil, so that's right there representing shavings in the oil. So very much so could be a spun rod bearing. It's already getting its way through the engine.
I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see it's true, but the world is pretty cold. You might need a sweater too. I'ma put a ride on ya. Kid from California, trying to make it in life. In school they never taught ya. Dreams of my